Hey everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast for Thursday, March 16th. Here's Mark chapter 4. Consider carefully what you hear, Jesus said. With the measure you use, it will be measured to you, and even more. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. And that's the word of the Lord. What a bizarre passage. I see this and I think to myself, what is he talking about? Is he saying that if you're nice to people, they'll be nice to you? Or is he saying that you should be generous so that people will be generous to you? Is he saying if you don't have much, you're going to have even less as sort of a weird karmic punishment? No, it's not that at all. We have to look at these short verses in context. What is he talking about in all of Mark chapter 4? Well, Mark, the gospel writer, is recording all of these parables, these teachings of Jesus, the parable of the sower, a lamp on a stand, the parable of the growing seed. And in the middle of it, Jesus says, hey, before I get to the next parable, consider carefully what you hear. What's he saying? He's telling us to pay attention. Yesterday we talked about how it's not that Jesus doesn't want us to hear, it's that what he's sharing is a dangerous message, but it's something that we have to have our ears open to and our eyes open to. And so today he says again in this passage, consider carefully what you hear, because if you come at this with openness and hunger and desire, God will meet you there. But if you come at this with not a whole lot of growth is going to happen. There's something about this relationship with Jesus where we have to have in us a God-given hunger to grow, to hear his word, to understand it, to be given the wisdom that God promises if we just ask, and to really say, no, I'm going to wrestle with this word. I'm going to struggle through it so that I can best apply it in my life. So, my fellow friends, because I'm a friend of myself too, I don't know, RadCast pals, how is it that you are really making room for Jesus to speak? And when he does, this is the second part of the question, when he does, are you really taking the time to struggle through it and listen? What are we supposed to do when we encounter a speed bump in Scripture? What are we supposed to do when we don't know what to do? Well, first of all, we just remember that God is relational, that he wants a relationship with us, and that relationship means a conversation can go two ways. Second, we must remember that God has a purpose for us, that God does not long for you to just kind of hang out until the next thing happens, that he really has something for you to do, I believe, every day that would lead to his kingdom expanding and to you becoming more like his son. And third and most important, we must remember that God is God. And by his very nature, he is mysterious. And yet Jesus has revealed the mystery to us, and now we have the Spirit in us to bring us alive and to make us more like Jesus as he opens our eyes to his glory. So remember these things. Today is not just Thursday. It's not just another day to go through. Today could be a day where if you come to God with a big bucket, he may fill it and fill it and fill it. And I'm not talking about prosperity. I'm talking about wisdom. I'm talking about knowledge, direction, life. Jesus will help you walk through this day every single step. If you're hungry for it, if you recognize the need, and you believe that his word is true. It is. Now go and hear it. By the Spirit's help, understand it, and with the Spirit's power, live it. That's RadCast.